This is CNN Breaking News.
Hello, everyone. I'm John Berman. Kate Baldwin is off today. Our breaking news this morning, a major American city is reeling. An entire nation is hurting, and many bewildered citizens are wondering what's happening here. What began in Dallas as a peaceful protest against violence ends with one of the deadliest days for law enforcement in nearly 50 years. This hour, we expect a statement from Attorney General Loretta Lynch addressing this horrific event.
There, man.
That's just one vantage point we have right there. There is remarkable footage of this terrifying evening. 5 Dallas officers killed, 7 wounded, 2 civilians hurt, and a tense nation already stunned and outraged by 2 fatal and controversial deaths at the hands of police this week. Now stunned and outraged by the deaths of police officers trying to protect people who were protesting those very incidents. Listen to some of the frantic calls between officers at the scene and the dispatcher.
Assist officer, shots fired. Code 3, stay off the radio, officer down.
Yeah, we got a guy with a long rifle. We don't know where the hell he's at. Garage. Squad guy, slow down. He's in the damn building right there. Don't know where he's at. He's in that building right here. Shots from that building. 69, we have got to get DFD down here now. He is one sick right now. 169, get him here.
They're on the way.
Rifles possibly in the El Centro College building.
Suspect is inside the El Centro building. Inside the El Centro building.
All right, this morning we learned from the Dallas police chief that the shooter is dead. He was killed by a robot bomb. Moments ago, officials identified the shooter as 25-year-old Micah Xavier Johnson of Mesquite, Texas. Negotiators say he told them beforehand, before he was killed, that he was upset over the shootings of black men in Louisiana and Minnesota, and that he wanted to kill white people, especially white police officers. He also told them that he acted alone. This investigation, though, still very much active, still looking for clues, still chasing down leads. Joined now by CNN Justice correspondent Evan Perez. Evan, you just broke the news for us of the identification of this shooter. What more are you learning about him? What more are you learning about the investigation?
Well, John, one of the first questions that law enforcement had is whether or not he was on their radar, and we're told that at this point they found no indication that he was on the radar for the FBI or any other law enforcement agency for ties to extremist groups or even a criminal background. It appears that until he started shooting last night in Dallas, they had not come across this man before. Obviously, then he proceeded to have a standoff with police officers, and where he told them exactly what he was trying to do. He said he had some kind of vendetta against white police officers and that he was angry about the Black Lives Matter movement. I guess that is part of what his motivation, at least according to what he's told officials. Now, the question is there anybody else? At this point, we know of only one shooter, and it may well be that despite all the reports of multiple people shooting, people might have just been hearing the cacophony of the bullets hitting the ground there and hitting these officers with the sound bouncing off all those tall buildings in downtown Dallas. So that's at this point what officials are looking at. That this is possibly the only shooter who carried out these shootings last night. The other question, of course, that comes to mind is what kind of training did he have? Where did he learn to shoot this way? It appears to have been a pretty good shot. So the question now is where did that come from? Was he self-trained or did he have some kind of military training? That's a question that's ongoing. We've talked to neighbors from where he lived in Mesquite, Texas, and they said he was kind of a recluse. He lived with his mother. We know that the police are there right now waiting to do a search, and of course, they're going to try to learn more about who he was connected with, what he might have been posting on social media, anything that might have indicated this was coming, John.
As they look at his possible connections, Evan, are you learning anything about the 3 other people in police custody, including one woman, or even if they are still in police custody, and if they have established any connection between any one of these folks and the man they just identified?
No, we have not. And one of the things that the police there said that these people who they had arrested were not being cooperative, that they were being tight-lipped. Well, that may well be because there is no connection. Again, the police are apparently still have them in custody. They're still talking to them. We have not heard that they've been released. At this point, the police, though, are still going on this possibility that maybe there might be somebody out there who might have helped. Obviously, it's hard to understand how this thing could have gone through, how possibly there might have been other people there. Certainly the witnesses described the feeling or the idea that there were multiple shooters. That's one reason why they haven't crossed us off the possibility, John. But right now, we've not heard of any links to any of these other people. Again, the police are still doing a lot of investigation right now, and we expect to hear some more, John.
All right, Evan Perez.